Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco and today we're taking a look at the Pentacon 135mm 2.8. In my opinion, the Pentacon 50mm 1.8 is one of the most versatile vintage lenses and one of my personal favorites. I've shot multiple rolls of film on it and used it countless times on digital, and because of it I've been curious to try more lenses from the brand. Unfortunately, the 29mm didn't hold up to the 50 and the 135 kept eluding me. Until now. There are three versions of this lens that I know of. The first and most sought after is a copy of the Meyer Optic Görlitz Aura Store and has 15 blades in the iris. The second version is the one we're looking at today, and the third is the Praktica version with a Praktica mount. So, let's take a closer look. The lens is made of metal, it weighs around 460 grams. It is 89 to 101 millimeters long, and it has an external diameter of 65 millimeters with a 55 millimeters front thread, and it has a built-in sun hood. The iris has 6 blades, the aperture is clicked, and it goes from f2.8 to f22 with half steps, and it has an auto manual switch for compatible cameras. The focusing ring is textured, it turns 330 degrees and minimum focusing distance is around 1.7 meters. It has an M42 mount. The lens itself is front heavy. The sun hood extends past the filter thread even when collapsed, and that's a problem. The aperture ring turns smoothly with soft clicks, but the focus ring on my copy is a bit stiff. Wide open, it is kind of soft in the center but with good detail, and it gets softer in the corners. By fate, it doesn't really improve in the center, but it does everywhere else. Chromatic aberration is present in high contrast areas and can be spotted even up to f8, but it is organic and only occasionally distracting. At wider apertures, it is softened by a little bit of blooming. Colors are a touch on the warm side with good contrast and lacking only a little bit of saturation. Specular highlights have soap bubble edges and are textured, and backgrounds tend to be nervous. Flares are well controlled, but it does lose some contrast when shooting towards a strong source of light. my opinion, the 135mm is better than the 29, but not as good as the 50. It doesn't have the same character, and it lacks detail and sharpness at smaller apertures. It would be perfectly sufficient on film, but on digital it leaves something to be desired. This is one of those lenses you either like or not, but I still haven't figured out how I feel about it. In the meantime, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!